Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the zodiac, exploring the often misunderstood sign of Gemini. We all know Geminis as the social butterflies, the witty communicators, and the endlessly curious minds of the horoscope. But like a coin has two sides, so does the sign of the twins. We're going to peel back the layers and explore the more complex, challenging, and yes, sometimes darker traits of Gemini that often stay hidden beneath their bright exterior. This isn't about criticizing, but about understanding the full spectrum of this fascinating air sign. So, if you're a Gemini, love a Gemini, or are just fascinated by astrology, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the infamous Gemini inconsistency. This isn't just about changing their mind about what to have for dinner. It runs much deeper. Represented by the twins, Geminis can hold to completely opposing viewpoints at the same time, and believe in both with equal passion. This can be baffling to others. One day they are all in on a project, full of enthusiasm and brilliant ideas. The next, they seem completely detached, their energy having shifted to something new. This isn't usually born from a place of malice. It's a byproduct of their incredibly fast-moving minds. Their interests are vast, and their curiosity is insatiable. The downside? It can make them appear unreliable or flaky. Friends and partners might feel a sense of whiplash, struggling to keep up with their ever-changing priorities and feelings. For a Gemini, commitment can feel like a cage, and their constant quest for new stimulation can leave a trail of unfinished projects and unsettled relationships in their wake. It is a real challenge for them to find the balance between their need for freedom and the stability that deep connections require. Next, we need to address the Gemini's mastery of communication, which has a flip side, a talent for manipulation. Geminis are ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, which gives them an incredible way with words. They can talk their way into, or out of, almost anything. They can be incredibly persuasive, charming, and convincing. But when this power is used in a less positive way, it can become manipulative. A Gemini can twist narratives, reframe situations, and spin words to make things work in their favor. They are experts at knowing exactly what to say to get a desired reaction. Sometimes, they might not even realize they're doing it. It's so ingrained in their nature to adapt their communication style to their audience. However, for those on the receiving end, it can feel like being played. This trait can make it difficult to know if you're getting the whole, unvarnished truth from a Gemini, or just the version they want you to hear. It's a reminder that their greatest strength can also be their most formidable weapon. Let's move on to their emotional world, which is often more turbulent than they let on. Geminis are often perceived as being light, breezy, and perhaps a bit detached. They prefer to analyze feelings rather than truly feel them. This intellectual approach to emotions can create a significant disconnect, both for themselves and for others. They might struggle to understand the depth of their own feelings, dismissing them with logic or a joke. This can be incredibly frustrating for a partner who is seeking deep emotional intimacy. You might pour your heart out, only to receive a witty analysis instead of the empathy you crave. This isn't because they don't care. It's often a defense mechanism. Deep, messy emotions are uncomfortable and unpredictable for the logical Gemini mind. Their tendency to skim the surface emotionally can make them seem shallow, but underneath, there's often a fear of being overwhelmed by feelings they can't rationalize or control. This leads us to another hidden trait: their profound restlessness and the resulting fear of being trapped. A Gemini's mind is always on. It's a whirlwind of ideas, thoughts, and questions. This constant mental energy translates into a deep-seated restlessness. The idea of routine, of doing the same thing day in and day out, can feel like a nightmare to them. They need constant change, novelty, and mental stimulation. This is why they love to travel, learn new skills, and meet new people. But the dark side of this is a pervasive anxiety. They have a deep fear of being bored, but also a fear of being tied down or missing out on something better. This fear of missing out can prevent them from ever truly settling and enjoying the present moment. They might be in a happy relationship or a great job, but a part of their mind is always wondering what else is out there. This perpetual search for more can prevent them from appreciating the wonderful things they already have. Know, for a secret that even Geminis might not want to admit, their tendency towards gossip. With their love for information and communication, Geminis are natural hubs of social news. They love to know what's going on with everyone. They collect stories and information like others collect stamps. In its positive form, this makes them great networkers who keep everyone connected. However, it can easily slide into gossip. They don't always mean harm by it. For them, information is just currency. Sharing a juicy tidbit can feel like a way to bond or to simply keep the conversation flowing. But they can be careless with the information they share, sometimes revealing confidences or spreading rumors without fully considering the consequences. This can damage their reputation and erode trust. People may become wary of sharing personal details with them, fearing their story will become the topic of tomorrow's conversation. It's a behavior that stems from their communicative nature, but one that can cause real hurt. Let's explore their notorious two-faced reputation. This is perhaps the most common stereotype about Gemini, and while it's an oversimplification, there's a kernel of truth to it. Because they can see all sides of an issue, they can genuinely agree with one person, and then turn around and genuinely agree with someone holding the opposite view. To others, this looks like hypocrisy or being two-faced. In reality, it's their mental flexibility at work. They aren't necessarily being deceptive. They are simply exploring different perspectives. However, this can lead to them being seen as untrustworthy. They might tell you what you want to hear in the moment, because they can genuinely empathize with your perspective, but their opinion might shift the second they talk to someone else. This is connected to their desire to be liked and to keep social interactions smooth. They avoid conflict by adapting, but this constant adaptation can make it hard to know who the real Gemini is and what they truly stand for, sometimes even to themselves. Finally, the deepest, darkest secret of Gemini: their hidden anxiety and a feeling of inner emptiness. Behind the witty remarks, the social charm, and the whirlwind of activity, many Geminis grapple with a profound sense of anxiety. Their constantly racing minds can be a source of great stress. They overthink everything, replaying conversations and analyzing possibilities to the point of exhaustion. This mental chaos can create a feeling of being ungrounded and disconnected from themselves. While they're external searching for new information, new people, new experiences can sometimes be a way to distract from a sense of emptiness within. They fear that if they stop moving, if they stop talking, they'll have to face a void. This is the ultimate paradox of Gemini. The sign most associated with connection and communication can sometimes feel the most alone, lost in the vast, noisy landscape of their own mind. It's a silent struggle that their cheerful exterior expertly conceals. So there you have it, a deeper look into the complex world of Gemini. It's clear that their greatest strengths are intrinsically linked to their biggest challenges. Their brilliant communication can border on manipulation. Their wonderful curiosity can lead to inconsistency, and their social nature can mask a deep-seated anxiety. Understanding these complexities isn't about judging them, but about appreciating them as the multifaceted, intelligent, and deeply human individuals they are. Every sign has its light and its shadow, and it's in exploring the shadows that we find true understanding. What do you think? If you're a Gemini, did any of this resonate with you? Or, if you know a Gemini, did this shed some light on their behavior? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next one. See you soon.